What if the Joker was never insane? What if everything you think about Joker is actually wrong? Because when you first watch Arthur Fleck, you think you're seeing a man losing his mind. But here's the disturbing part. Nothing he does is actually random. Not the laugh, not the violence, not even the moment he becomes the Joker. Everything feels like it's going somewhere. Arthur Fleck didn't go mad. He woke up, and today I'm going to break down the exact psychology of why the Joker was never insane. I'm Dr. J and welcome to my channel. Let's start with one of the most famous scenes, the bathroom dance. He killed 3 men, ran into a dirty public bathroom and start dancing. Most viewers look at this bathroom dance and said, yes, this is the exact moment his brain broke. But psychologically, it's exactly the opposite. Before this moment, just look at Arthur's body language. He's hunched over, dragging his feet, trying to make himself as small as possible so the world won't hurt him. But in that bathroom, for the first time in his miserable life, he didn't take the beating. He fought back. And the dance is not a psychotic break. It is the terrifying birth of self-confidence. This is important because confidence doesn't always come from happiness. Sometimes comes from the removal of fear. He realizes something powerful. If the world already treats him like a monster, then he no longer has to pretend to be harmless. And that realization is not insanity. It's liberation. A dangerous kind of liberation. Now let's talk about something that people misunderstand completely, the laugh. Most people assume the laugh is uncontrollable, a symptom of mental illness. But the film shows something more complex. The laugh appears in a specific emotional context. Stress, humiliation, social discomfort. It is not random. It is a response, a coping mechanism, a way to survive emotional overload. He knows how much it pushes people away and he hates it. This isn't a laugh of a madman, it's a physical prison. But here's the key point. Arthur doesn't choose when it starts, but he learns when to use it. Over time, something shifts. The laugh stops being just a symptom. It becomes a mask, a weapon, a signal. And this is where identity starts forming, because what begins as involuntary slowly becomes intentional. He knows exactly how weird he looks. Now let's move to the most shocking movement, the live TV show with Murray Franklin. Most people think this is emotional, uncontrollable and impulsive. But if you slow it down psychologically, it doesn't look impulsive at all. Arthur knows exactly where he is. He understands the cameras. He understands the audience. This is not a breakdown. It is a statement. Because he doesn't just kill Murray Franklin. He killed the version of himself that wanted to be accepted. And more importantly, he does it on a live television. Why? Because visibility matters. Arthur doesn't just want revenge, he wants meaning. And meaning requires witnesses. This is no longer a private tragedy, it is a public transformation. People call him insane, but that word hides something deeper. Because insanity suggests randomness. But Arthur's story is not random. It is structured by rejection, ignored by society, humiliated by institutions, failed by healthcare systems. Every attempt to connection leads to isolation, and over time the mind adapts. This is not just a psychological collapse, it is a response to systemic neglect. And when people are repeatedly ignored, they stop asking for permission to exist. So was the Joker insane, or was he something else entirely? Because when you look closely, nothing he does is actually accidental. His transformation is not chaos, it is progression, a serious response to a world that never gave him a space to be human. And that is what makes this story so uncomfortable. Not because Arthur Fleck is unpredictable, but because in a strange way, he starts to make sense. And maybe that's the scariest part of all. Because once someone stops believing in the system, they don't lose their mind, they lose their limits.